country who's free gets rich. If you are controlling, your country gets poor. I have a prediction that in 5 years, you're going to go to Starbucks and try to buy a cup of coffee with fiat currency, and they're going to laugh at you because everybody is going to be using Bitcoin and other alternative currencies. No one is going to want currency that's tied to the dictators and the government officials and and tied to the political winds of any country. People are going to want a currency that's global and distributed and secure, and so they're going to want Bitcoin.
But many people say because Bitcoin has going down in the early 2018, and some people say, oh, it's just a bubble. Do you agree with them? How do you, yeah.
So when people say Bitcoin's gone down, I feel like Bitcoin is staying the same. All the other currencies are falling away. So I feel like when they talk about volatility, that's the volatility of the fiat currencies against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is stable, moving forward, and all the other fiat currencies are trying to figure out, catch up, whatever, and they are going to fall away. And they have. Over time, they're falling away. Bitcoin is a much more efficient, much more effective currency. It's global, it's distributed, and it's not subject to the whims of any politician. So I think that the market will evolve. I think there will be sort of two sort of directions that it heads. One will be that Bitcoin will be the one broad currency, and then there will be specialized currencies of many kinds, and that'll be a very long tail. And then those currencies will either merge together or go out of business, and eventually some big winners will rise to the top. And so we're hoping over time to back some of the companies that might end up being those great currencies. That's right. Well, for the next few years, a very big part of my mind will be focused on cryptocurrencies and on Bitcoin and all of the blockchain opportunities that are going to happen. But as venture capitalists, we've seen things rise and fall over time, and movements change, sociological changes happen, all these things. So as a venture capitalist, we've got to be open to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and I think that Bitcoin and blockchain and Ethereum and all of those are creating a whole new platform from which all of us can innovate, and that's the kind of thing I like to back. Me, my company, my investors, we all try to work together and invest in the best opportunities. So whenever I see somebody coming and trying to change the way the future works, I get excited. And so I'll back it. I'll put some money behind it. I'll see what I can do to help the entrepreneur. And that could be in any place. I mean, I actually am very excited about vertical takeoff and landing companies, the VTOL companies. I'm very excited about all these companies that are potentially going to use AI to transform healthcare. I'm really interested in, of course, I'm interested in the blockchain and all of the effects that it's going to have. And then I'm kind of looking for anything that transforms government in one way or another. Governments are inefficient and provide bad service for a high cost. And that's true all the way across the board. And now they have to compete for us. And so I believe that government services are going to improve, and governments are going to have to do whatever they can to improve their service, or people will leave and they'll go to some other country. In fact, I suggest the Chinese government start opening up and making sure that they are also going to be a part of this Bitcoin blockchain economy, because otherwise they'll be in the dark ages. Yes, so I'm surprised that the Chinese people haven't come back and sort of rebelled against the idea of blocking Bitcoin and blockchain. I know the Koreans did, and the Korean government just sort of said, no, we're going to make it illegal. And then the Koreans came back and said, what? It doesn't make any sense. And there were 200,000 petition signers, and they complained, and finally the government said, oh, okay, we'll make it a little more legal, and maybe we'll regulate it a little. And by the way, that was South Korea. That's supposed to be the free part of Korea. I don't get it. In China, I am shocked that the Chinese people have just let the government just go, oh, it's illegal and too bad. I mean, there are 1 billion of you. You know, it might be time to sort of stand up and say, wait, hey, we want this. This is a part of the world economy. And if you do stand up and open up, you know, to the rest of the world, I think you've got a really great, extraordinary group of entrepreneurs that will stay in China. Right now, they're leaving. Right now, all the Chinese entrepreneurs who are tied to Bitcoin, blockchain, Ethereum, they're all moving to Japan, where they're accepted, or the US, where they're accepted. And it's a shame, because there's some amazing Chinese entrepreneurs that are going to lose out.
So do you think the Chinese government probably they will rethink or regulate the policy?
I think they should rethink their policy, because they might have a revolution on their hands otherwise.
欢迎回来 CIX 每周华尔街的压轴单元比特币千万富翁，我是主持人 Nanelle。这星期呢，我和媒体团队我们在香港采访 Token 2049比特币区块链的高峰会哦。不过呢，一样在美国洛杉矶呢，中文投资网上周在圣盖博谢顿呢，一样有一场非常轰动的加密货币讲座。沃恩老师呢，现场送出了比特币1枚，还有以太币，还有莱特币。我们来看一下现场非常精彩的实况。
那么很多人说，哎呀，你看委内瑞拉已经发行石油币，柬埔寨也要发行石油币。
80人的旧金山厅佳作50，仍有很多投资者占满全城，堪称一座难求。中文投资网3月18日举办的年度开春发财抽奖说明论坛，在洛杉矶圣盖博希尔顿酒店2层的 San Francisco 厅盛大举行。
很多散户朋友都是买涨杀跌哈，比特币使用人多将颠覆金融行业。我觉得就是。我经常问朋友，你有收不收比特币啊？
中文投资网创始人兼 CEO 沃尔旺老师拥有30年丰富投资经验，对各大投资板块始终保持着敏锐的洞悉，也一如既往地为广大投资者们倾情奉献着宝贵的投资经验。
我对那个比特币很有兴趣，但也自己不太懂，也很盲目，所以来学习啊。那然后就比较多点了解，然后就有信心一点。特别今天听了威尔王今天说还会涨，那我就信心多了。就回去看看怎么样调节，就有想买的冲动。
Jason 他讲的技术面的，我觉得收获蛮大的。还有一个就是 ICO， 那个叫 呀，他也是很不错的。
来自硅谷的新晋 ICO 分析师 Princeton 也亮相会场，为广大中文投资网的新老朋友们倾情奉送了近3个小时的投资头脑风暴。现场更是惊喜不断，接连送出了1枚比特币、3枚以太币以及5枚莱特币。
最后一码是6 Dan Ping Win， 在现场吗？有吗？
沃尔旺老师说到做到，当天立即联系到抽奖的幸运朋友，并且第一时间送上奖品。
OK， 好的，我们送出了哈，好，发送确认。
谢谢，恭喜您，恭喜您。
如果您遗憾错过了中文投资网3月18日洛杉矶讲座，不用担心，3月22日以及3月29日的纽约法拉盛讲座正在如火如荼筹备中，届时 Jason、Brian、Will、Kingsley 以及 Preston 老师都会到场开讲。我们期待在分秒必争的币世界与你一起并肩作战，成就您一夜暴富的传奇投资神话。
ChineseFN.com 中文投资网，一个赚钱的网站。
好的，看完了我们上周在洛杉矶圣盖博举办非常轰动的加密货币讲座，这边跟大家预告一下，沃恩老师之后呢也会巡回纽约跟旧金山，送出比特币给所有中文投资网的好朋友们。这星期我和媒体团队我们在香港采访 Token 2049比特币区块链高峰会，这只现在非常可爱的这个草泥马就是这个峰会的吉祥物，而我手上现在拿的这个 B 呢，比特币是所有现场的 ICO 公司还有投资人非常关心的议题，就是加密货币的未来。我也在现场采访到 Neo 币的 CEO 达鸿飞，他和我分享说，比特币加密货币在今年年初会跌，其实只是因为之前涨太多了。他请我们中文投资网的分析师可以放心。那我们今天呢，就要来跟 B 开头的分析师 Brian 一样，在香港洛杉矶我们进行越洋连线。Brian 老师怎么看哦 ？Neo 的 CEO 叫你别担心，比特币加密货币未来呢还是会持续的有良好的发展。Brian 老师跟我分享一下你的观点。
好的，Nanelle，那我个人是比较认同这种说法的。我觉得这是比特币或者说整个数字货币市场下跌的一个算是其中的一个原因。那么在整个的一个新兴行业开始涌入到投资人的眼中的时候呢，就注定会发生一种大家蜂拥而上，让整个市场在短时间之内做一个爆发的这种现象。那但是现在问题就是出来了，在短时间爆发的时候呢，它会让这些小币种们的参差不齐。其实有的好的币和一些垃圾的币，一些没有实质效用的币呢，同时出现上涨，所以这个时候市场就需要一定的调整，市场就需要一定的时间去观望，到底哪一些币是真正可以为市场做出贡献，哪一些币其实并没有那么多功效的。所以我们就看到了这一轮的回调，这个回调是非常非常好的事情，它可以帮助到我们去认清这个哪一些币到底是有时效性的，哪些币呢在可能这一轮下来之后就再也不会抬头了。这也是我们在我们的这个网红直播的平台当中会给大家去分享的。我们去看到币圈当中这一轮回调下来，真正有实用的币在大浪淘沙之后，我们会捡到金子，我们会去操作这样的好的币种。那像 Neo 币就是这样一个非常有质地、非常优良的一个币种。那我们在我们的直播平台当中呢，还会跟大家去介绍更多类似于 Neo 币这种非常有高质量、有技术含量的币，帮助到大家呢去抓到一个非常非常好的反弹，在这一轮下跌回调之后，选出来真正适合整个社会生态去使用的这种加密货币，帮助到大家呢，我们的投资人去赚到好的第一桶金。谢谢大家。
下周美股市场将迎来数据的清淡周，但是想必行情一点也不会平淡。首先，周二上午东部时间10点，我们关注到的是3月的消费者信心数据；周三上午东部时间8点半，第4季度的美国实际 GDP 中值即将公布。此外，在周三上午公布的还有早上10点的上周原油库存变化数据。周四，我们将迎来下周最重要的2月个人收支数据，以及 PCE 价格指数以及核心 PCE 价格指数。个人收支数据以及 PCE 价格指数是衡量通胀水平的重要指标。1月这3个数据均有小幅下滑。目前，通胀水平可能是影响美股未来长期走势的最重要指标。因为新官上任的美联储主席表达了对通胀可以达到目标的信心，并且认为美联储应该提高加息节奏。如果美联储今年多加息一次，市场很可能会通过下跌做出反应。因此，每一个关乎通胀的数据都格外值得投资者注意。那么，以上就是下周的美股预告，我是 Laura， 我们下周再见。